Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Ronnie here, and you're listening to Not a Real Podcast right now. And today, I'm going to be talking about something that I haven't really talked about before. Is something that I really want to create is a trading card game. So I have been a fan of other trading card games in the past. I've been the biggest trading card game I've been a fan of in the past. I know I messed up that sentence so much. Hopefully you understood that. Is Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh is my favorite trading card game. Still is to this day. I've played a little bit of Pokemon, mostly the TCGO. I haven't gotten to Magic yet. Sadly, I've done a little bit of Bakugan. I watched Chaotic. But yeah, as you can see, I've had a little bit of a history of trading card games. Not a whole lot, just mainly Yu-Gi-Oh! But I'm like, hey, it would be cool to create my own trading card game, and I think that would be fun. Another thing, a game that I should mention is Dice Masters. So, from what I've heard, not a lot of people have heard of Dice Masters, which honestly surprises me. Basically, it's a trading card game where there's a lot of different types of cards, a lot of different series of cards, cards that come from different universes, you could say. So there's like Marvel ones, there's DC one, there's Yu-Gi-Oh ones, there's maybe even I'm trying to think. There's probably Dragon Ball ones. I'm not quite sure, but there's a lot of different cards of Dice Masters, and with these player cards, or with these cards, they come with 2 dice for that card, and that's Dice Masters, and there's a lot of rules to it, and it's a little bit complicated, but it's easy to catch on to, and it's a lot of fun. Well, a trading card game that I want to create is going to be something like that, where it's a combination of cards and dice, but not that each of the cards have their own unique 6-sided die, but these cards would have, you would use your traditional, I guess, different sided dice, sort of like in Dungeons and Dragons. You'd have your D4. I was about to say D2, which is a coin. A D2, a D4, a D6, a D8. What is it? I think there's a D10, D12. D12 is a thing, I'm pretty sure. D20, and those. I think there's a D12. Why wouldn't there be a D12? Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I got really off track. But using those dice, I would love to create a trading card game out of that. So it would be similar to Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duels. If you haven't heard of it, it's like a simplified version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where basically you'd have 3 slots for your monsters. These are not all the terms, but this is just me spitting out my creative ideas for a trading card game, you know? So where basically these monsters, the monster card slots there'd be 3 slots, and you'd have your action cards or your spell cards, magic cards, whatever you want to say. There would also be 3 of those slots in similar positions, like in Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duels, or like the for Pokemon it'd be like the monsters and the bench, you could say, but instead of the bench there would be the spell cards you would be able to place, and it would have a similar aspect to Dungeons and Dragons, where you would have to roll a die to see if something succeeds or if something fails or something like that, and there would be a luck aspect to that of rolling them. There would be a little bit of creativity aspect, a little bit of role playing, you could say, about how something happens, how a monster attacks, depending on the role. And I think that would be really cool. And that wouldn't just be for all of your monster cards or your warrior cards, whatever. It would also be for your action cards, your spell cards, magic cards, whatever you want to call them. Where if you would activate one of them, you would have to roll a die to see how well it activates. Let's say if it was a 5 or below, it would fail. If it was a 16 or above, it would be spectacular. If it was somewhere 16, 17, 18, yeah, that was right, sorry. If it was somewhere in the middle, it would just be kind of average, where I think that would be really fun. Let's say, hey, how would you win or lose the game? Similar to like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or I guess mostly Pokemon, where you have like your 6 cards and you'd remove a card. I guess I don't know what they're called, reward cards, I don't know. Every time you destroy one of your opponent's monsters. Instead, you would have a D4, a 4-sided die, and essentially whenever you'd be able to attack your opponent directly, and they don't have any warriors or monsters on the field, they would lose a point from their D4, and once, of course, it hits 0, they're done. And if they were attacked directly, then the monster would be, I guess you could say, sent to the deck or sent to the discard pile or something like that, so that you can't just have an overpowered monster and be able to use it over and over again. And this trading card game that I've had this idea I've probably been thinking about this for about 2 months now. I haven't done a lot of research or done a lot of planning yet, but I have a little bit of rough sketches or a little bit of rough rules or rough ideas for this. And honestly, I think it'll be a lot of fun. So if you're interested in helping me with this, DM me on Twitter, DM me on Instagram, join my Discord server. I would love to talk about this and have a group of people, especially artists, because if you know anything about trading card games, or even if you don't play them and you just collect them, or if you just go to like a comic store and you see them, you'll notice that there are a lot of designs on these cards. So if you are someone who likes drawing or likes designing characters, hit me up, because I think if I am going to really go through this, which I really do, I need a team of good artists, people that are able to digitally create these designs and make them look good. And this would be a lot of fun. I think it would be really cool. We could have online tournaments. This would be a great way for the community to come together, play some games online, and I think this would be a really a lot of fun. And there's some things that I don't like about Yu-Gi-Oh!, don't like about Pokemon, don't like about Dice Masters, and I can take all that out and just combine some rules and be able to create my own trading card game. And I've thought about making a version of where it's just dice and just playing cards, but honestly, I like trading card games because you get to see new cards, you get to collect new cards, it's better to meet new people. If you were just to use playing cards and dice, you'd probably just do it with your family, with your friends, and not really meet new people. But with trading cards, you get to go to card shops, play in tournaments, have a lot of fun, have cool prizes, where with playing cards and dice, you wouldn't really. It's kind of just an isolated group. But with trading cards, I feel like that bridges the gap. Is that the right term? I'm not sure. Where multiple people are able to meet and be able to play a fun game. Like when I first got into Dice Masters, I haven't been playing a lot recently, but when I first got into it, I joined the Discord, I played with some dude, and it was a lot of fun. Like, Dice Masters is a fun game. And I honestly think that small trading card games or small trading games or card games like this or dice games is a lot of fun, and there's not enough that combine the two. Dice Masters is a great way of doing it, and they have their own custom dice. But I think it would be cool if maybe they're not just normal like random sided dice, but like they also had designs. That would be also cool. And I have a lot of ideas, and if you want to hear about them, tell me in the comment section below. I'll talk more about it. But if you're interested in this trading card game that I want to make, or this dice game or whatever, hit me up. Like, this would be awesome to be able to collaborate with a group of people where we can make this game and actually make it really cool. Because honestly, I don't think there's enough new trading card games that become popular nowadays. This was mostly a 90s thing, maybe even early 2000 thing if you're being generous. And it would be cool if there was a series. I like making series, if you guys know that. I like making videos, I like talking, thus the Not a Real Podcast. I think it would be cool for a series to come from a trading card game instead of a trading card game coming from a series, which, if I'm not mistaken, that's where most of them come from. And I think this would be really cool. I think it would be a lot of fun, and I think a lot of people would be interested, and I want you to get your guys' input about what's good, what's bad, how would we make them. If you know people, give me those contacts. I want to make this game a real thing. So if it doesn't become a real thing, I mean, oh well, maybe I could learn some code, make an online version of it. But from my experiences, the physical version makes you think harder. It's more fun. It's more interactive. Like when I play chess, yes, I play chess. It's a lot easier for me to focus on the physical chess than on virtual chess for some reason. Maybe it's just the physical pieces, moving them around certain spots. I don't know, but that's a lot of fun. So if you guys, like I've said, if you guys want to get more information, if you guys want to help every way possible, if you want to help with literally anything. I need help with business stuff. I need with marketing, with making designs, naming things, good terminology, all that good stuff. Hit me up. But like I said, I'm gonna be gone right now. I'm at camp. Yeah. So if you did like this video, subscribe, like, comment if you're on YouTube, follow me if you're on SoundCloud. Hopefully this is coming out every other day because I want to bring you guys some awesome content while being gone. And I hope to talk to y'all later. Peace.